Remember those days when horror games were all the rage on YouTube and the film industry clearly wanted a piece of the pie? I do, because I remember a real phase of announcements popping up just here, there, and everywhere at one point, telling us how there was going to be a movie adaptation for Five Nights at Freddy's in live action, or how Slender Man is soon to be appearing on the big screen. Actually, apparently that happened. I completely missed it. And FNAF is going, I guess I can kind of consider this a sort of new burgeoning series on my end, upcoming adaptations or something like that. We've already started seeing gaming movies coming out from every crevice of the industry, so why not make an entire series dedicated to it? We started with Cuphead and now we're here. The official episode 1 of the upcoming Adaptation Series or something. Anyway, another one of those announcements that I remember sweeping across the internet back in the day was the announcement of a film adaptation for one of the biggest video games of all time. Yes, I am of course talking about the beast that is Minecraft. Now, this announcement was a long time ago, and obviously, looking around, it's not here yet. Yes, it actually is still being made. While the fates of its brothers were a tad more dire, with FNAF being scrapped and rewritten from the very start, and the actual release of Slender Man getting a less than favorable response, news on the Minecraft movie at least looks a little bit more on the positive side of things. Sort of. So those first murmurs of real news actually date back to 2014, a whole 6 years ago from now. Both feels way too quick and not quick enough. I feel like 2014 could have been 8 months ago at this point. Anyway, why I still have stored memories of a Minecraft rumor and not what I was actually doing with my life for the entire year of 2014, I'll never know, but clearly if the start of the film was so long ago, then presumably it's been stuck in development hell, nether. And you'd be right to think that, to a point. The creators of Mojang, as much as they sit on a mountain of money thanks to their seemingly infinite IP, still held within them a sense of creative strength and care for their product, as they were known at the time to not be too hasty in selling off their franchises to every business opportunity that came their way. Famously on the YouTube side of things, a crowdfunding fan film event started by Brandon Laatsch was shut down by the creators as they weren't comfortable with the idea of a live-action Minecraft adaptation. Though there's a bit more to it, considering Brandon never approached them for a license to actually use their IP, and it was a whole shebang. But while that may have just been a simple lack of foresight on his part, on the more professional side of things, the same kind of theme continued. Mojang still continued to reject offers from Hollywood producers who wished to create Minecraft-related TV shows, showing that they wanted to still maintain some creative integrity despite the easy money it would bring. And actually, as a response to this, Mojang stated that they would only engage in such projects when the right ideas came along, which is pretty commendable considering how overwhelmingly easy it would have been to just spit something out quickly. Though obviously keeping their highest quality wasn't always the case for some of their other cinematic projects, and though it is probably the most visually similar project we can reference up to this point in development of the movie, I don't really expect this film to quite take on the cliche and meta approach that this Telltale game brought. At least I certainly hope it doesn't, but hey, it works as a great background, so, excuse me for cursing your eyes with its imagery. Now, of course, the fact that they did eventually announce a movie, and the news that it is still going on now, clearly suggests that they feel that they have some sort of a worthy story to tell, which is great to hear. But what's taking so damn long? Well, in reality, it has actually been in development nether. There's actually 2 full-length movie scripts floating around in this development process. There's the old one, and there's the new one. And hey, since you made it this far into the video, do consider subscribing. Only you can help balance out my unsub-skewed ratio count or whatever. And also, do check out my other links. The latest thing we've got is a new Discord server, but there's also a new announcement that I've got planned up for the month of October, so do stick around. Now, basically, the old script is where we've had all of our issues. By October 2014, the original film idea was in its early days of development, scheduled for the release of the 24th of May 2019. Clearly, it didn't make the mark. But wow, 5 years of work going on there. The film had some pretty significant people working on it, but as you can probably guess, they all fell through. Sean Levy was mentioned as the director at one point, but he seems to always be involved in these kind of films somehow. But obviously, Free Guy Now was the one to actually snatch him. The first writer, Jason Fuchs, was best known for writing Ice Age Continental Drift. Oof, good riddance to that one. Following that came a quick phase involving the creator of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Rob McElhenney. Which, though you'd think would be a pretty damn good pick for a crew member, considering, the history and how much people put Sunny on a bit of a pedestal, it was still an awfully quick phase for this project, so enough of that. It happens. At least he's going off making, like, Mythic Quest Raven's Banquet now, a whole video game-inspired TV show thing. And then another of a couple of slightly more obscure directors, or at least I certainly don't know their films. Clearly, the actual people available started to falter in size over time, and all of this shifting around is what eventually caused the first delay of the film, because, you know, it wasn't ready. By 2016, Steve Carell was contracted to star in the film, which is a bit of an odd placement if you ask me. I would have thought they'd want to, you know, age down a little bit. And then, as Warner Bros. Had their CEO replaced, the whole project basically went under. The first script slowly died on the vine from there. That's why you haven't really heard about the Minecraft movie. But now there's movements going on again. In January 2019, the idea was revived, resprouted from the ground up. A second script entirely was shaped by the likes of Peter Sollett, our new writer and director, best known for one-off films that I don't actually really know. With this entirely new direction out of left field, the Minecraft movie is left in a weird, balancingly neutral place. A new release date is now being constructed, now set for the 4th of July 2022. Quite a long way from here, like 522-ish days from the video, but who's counting? But at the same time, considering the 2019 start, that's just a 3-year turnaround. And listening to all the outer context of the film, it's hard to tell exactly what to expect. On the one hand, this is being maintained under the umbrella of Warner Brothers, known for masterpieces like the Lego Movie, when things all go right, and there's all sorts of new material available since its origin in 2014 with Minecraft Earth, Story Mode, and Dungeons, all having plenty of assets to borrow from and use and reference. But then on the other hand, who is this guy? And also, this isn't just some animated flick for the kids to see in the style of Minecraft Story Mode. This is a fully realized live action film, full Brandon style. And how is that supposed to work? Are they given Steve proportions in their body shapes? Is the whole world just blocky, or is it only some parts like that one teaser of Brandon's? How does this all even tie together? Well, actually, with the second script being released, we actually do have some details to run off with, though it doesn't really tell us all too much. According to sources, this new Minecraft movie follows the story of a teenage girl and her unlikely group of adventurers. After the malevolent Ender Dragon sets out on a path of destruction, they must save their beautiful, blocky overworld. And while the movie has to be different from the game, otherwise it'd just be an infinite movie in low resolution, one thing will definitely be the same, and that is that the movie is being made for you. Whatever that means. So from the perspective of actually telling a 2-hour story, I think that makes enough logical sense. Tackle the Ender Dragon, you know, I guess that's simple enough. Though how any of the rest of it actually works, I honestly do not have a clue. The official Minecraft website divulging all of this information says it sounds pretty ambitious, but I hear a very easy approach to the film up to this point. Maybe it's actually a really good tale of adventure and friendship. Maybe they'd properly Lego it up with the reality of kids playing it on their devices, only controlling their avatars that we see in-game. Maybe it'll be chock full of references for the more hardcore fans that know every intricate detail of Minecraft dungeons or something, or maybe it's just a ploy to sell something new. Whatever the case, while the film has been stuck in the nether for a good 5 years, things are finally back on track as we speak, and everything's supposedly being lined up for a fairly soonish release. Will it actually pay off the 8 years of waiting by the time it releases, or will it be a watered down race to the finish just to make something? Will this film expertly fit together all these different pieces across this massive franchise, or will it just be the bare bones games we were all way too familiar with back in the day? Either way, I'll be watching on conspicuously. I wrote this as a meaning I'm watching it with suspicious eyes, but it just sounds like I'm shadily watching it in the corner or something. Whatever, I guess I'll go with it. It's not too far off when you're watching kids films at the age of 24. Maybe a famous named actor or two will make an appearance. Maybe it'll stay charmingly modest with a young cast. That's how I'm imagining it, but I mean, business, you know. Maybe it won't even be made at all. But signs seem to really be pushing it forward. So despite all the drawbacks, yes, Minecraft is getting a movie. For now, my name's been Dazz, you didn't really care, and I'll see you in a bit. So I was searching for some other old movie video game adaptations that were being announced around the same time as Minecraft and FNAF and all that, and I discovered along the way that The Sims and The Sim City are actually getting movie adaptations now. I mean, I kind of was hoping for it when I was looking for it as a question on Wikipedia, but it's actually a thing that's genuinely happening, which is interesting, to say the least. I remember as a kid, around that, like, kind of time, there was a college humor, like, parody horror short about it that I actually thought was really interesting. It's not the way they're gonna go for these two films, I'm pretty sure, but it would be interesting. It's a Sims movie.